Okay, I got my composition figured out. I'm doing horses in a meadow. See the two horses? And we're gonna have trees in the background and pretty meadow and probably some more bushes around and stuff. So that's what we're doing on this big canvas. This will take some time. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Okay, working on the background. Got some trees in there. I just wanted to show you something real quick, how different depths of your trees. So I know this is just an undercoat of the paint. It's not done by any means on the trees. So see how this one's the darkest of all of them? That one's a little lighter, and then they get more of a gray color. So the gray color pushes them back, the darker colors bring them forward. So this one's going to be the closest one to us. Just wanted to show you that. And so we're going to work on the trees and the sky next. So, and then we'll go over the trees again with more detail, like the bark and all that. So one step at a time. There's lots of layers to it. So just going to take our time on it. But you can already see the depth difference between those two trees right there. That one's behind it. This one's more in front. I just want to show you that. I wanted to show that I'm doing the background with the trees. So I'm just taking the blue and the brown that I normally use for like the trunk of the trees, adding a little green to it, and then a little white. And then in this area, I added a little yellow to it with yellow ochre. And then so done that side. So this is just the undertone colors of the tree. So I'm working on this side now. So, and I've got the brown and the green mixed together with a little blue in it and a little white to make it kind of a shadowy or lighter color in the shadow. And then I'll go over it one more time. And then I'm leaving these holes for sky holes right here. This will be the sky. So that's what I'm working on now. So I'm putting a little depth in here because I got it a little too light for me. Needs a little more depth in there. And then I'll go over it again with the light. And the light color is cashew and yellow ochre with a little bit of white in it. And it brightens it up a little bit. That's this color here that I'm using. And where my sky holes are, I want to go around the edges of that, put a little light color there so that it shows that the light's shining through, and then spread it out a little bit. Just think about where the light would be hitting. You know, it's not going to hit all of it, but it will hit some of it. So we want to make it a little lighter. And I think this is like a misty morning scene, so kind of what I'm going for. So I don't want it to be too bright. Sun's not fully out yet, so I'm gonna lighten that up a little more. The cashew and the yellow ochre and a little bit of white mixed with it. I'm gonna lighten it up even more. The closer we get to this is going to be a sunbeam coming through. So this will be the brightest spot. This will be where our light source is coming from, here and here. So it's coming straight down like this, but it will hit all the edges on that side and all the edges on this side. That's still too dark. Let's go a little lighter, a little more white in there. Uh-oh, dropped my paintbrush. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Hope that wasn't a weird view, but okay, there we go. We got a lighter one. And go over your trees a little bit because your leaves are going to be in front of it and behind it. So we want to be able to go back over our trees again and get that. Sorry, I think I hurt my my back getting down like that. It's okay. I'm okay. It happens. Add a little more yellow ochre to it. And just tap, tap, tap. The trees, they're far away, so we don't need to see all the little leaves. And, you know, if they were really close up, that would make a difference, but they're far away. So you're just going to see the colors. You're not going to see all the detail to them. And I got to show you something. See all the color that's on my paintbrush, the dark green all the way through. Watch. Isn't that cool? So that's all the colors that I've been using. I can just blend them out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love doing that. And get the light and the dark. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Do it again. Just pull it out. And you got a little light spot right there in the middle. Very cool. Okay. Just wanted to share a little bit with you. This is just the undertones. Add a little orange. Not orange, raw sienna, sorry, to it just to give it a little more color. And then I'm going to jump across over here. Let that go, carry on over there. We got a lot of work to do on this painting. Not going to be finished anytime soon. Pull that over here so we have the same color going through. A little green in here. I needed green, so I just smashed it again. Get some of that green in there. Over the edge of the tree. Trees are easy, they're just little tap, tap, taps. This goes all the way down here, like that. There's a tree there I forgot to paint, so I'll catch it later when I go back over everything. But that's okay, because it gives me time to just paint alongside of it. Helps it to blend. I hope you're enjoying this. Okay, I got the sky holes in everywhere, and I'm just going over the tree branches, trees, and some of the greeneries, softening it up over here a little bit, and then I'll touch that side. Gotta stop for today. I have a ball game to go to, so we'll pick this up again tomorrow, hopefully. Good morning, everybody. It's day 2. Starting back on this painting. I just wanted to show you something that after letting the paint set, how it darkens a little bit. All this that's supposed to be where the light's coming through, it's kind of a darker color. So we're going to work on brightening that up, and then finish this little tree here, top of it. I didn't get it finished. And then putting some highlights in these trees over here and some highlights over here. So that's what we're going to work on today. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get into the ground today or not. I might do a little bit here and there. I did put in some dark patches, some shadows, but mostly probably going to work on trees today. So just wanted to share that with you. Acrylic paint does darken a little after it dries. That's my point of this little video, to let you see that. Yesterday it looked brighter to me, of course, because it was fresh, but today it's darkened up a little bit, so just wanted to show that to you. So right now I'm just taking this brush here, it's a round brush. I'm putting a really watered down blue, brown, and cashew, which is a light color, and I'm just taking it and dragging it through here and putting in some branches on my little trees. It's really watered down, so it's real fine. Turn it sideways like this and drag up. And just put little trees in here and there. It's kind of a gray color, and it's really thinned out. So see, I've got this little tree here. I'll touch it a little bit and just show you. See, it's lighter than that color, so it's just really fine little trees back in the background. We're doing it gray so that it looks like it's behind everything. Run it through your little sky holes too, because that makes it look like it's back there in the background. I'm gonna mix up a little bit more of my color, the brown and blue, with a little bit of cashew together. Makes like a blue-gray color. I might add a little more brown to that. Just keep doing that. Drag up. And it's watered down, so it's really super thin. Gotta add a little more water to my mix. It wasn't thin enough. And see where these little sky holes are here? We're just gonna run some branches through them. Just random little branches here and there. Go both ways. Sorry, I keep loading my brush because it's so thin it runs out really quick, so just pull them out and pull them up, and then finish some of these off up here. See how I'm gonna finish some of that off through there. A little gray in that. Put some over the top of all them limbs and all the tree leaves. Just put some over the top. Just pull up and out. Okay? I think it's getting pretty close to being done with this. I'm gonna put a few more of those in there, but we've got it all the way across. The little branches everywhere. I brightened that up and gave it a little bright spot right there. So I don't want it too bright because this is a morning scene, so early morning. Okay, I think I got the sky, the trees all pretty much close to being happy with. So I'm working on the ground now. I put in some dark green with a blue tint to it in the foreground there, and then the background, and now we're bringing it forward, so the foreground. So I've got a little bigger brush and a little yellow ochre, the dark green, and a little touch of brown in there, and we're just gonna put in some grassy areas, and we're gonna cover it with this big brush. It'll be a heck of a lot quicker, and I don't have it mixed really good on there, so all the different colors are gonna pop through. So, and we're just pulling it down so it looks like grass. I've got some dark pieces in there. We're gonna just kind of hit and miss those. On my photograph that I'm using for a reference, there's some big ferns here and stuff, so we're just kind of going over areas. Turn it sideways, make your grass look different. Everything doesn't have to be the same. You don't want it to look the same. We're just covering ground here, okay? And these are darker spots, the shadow of the horse, shadow of the plants. Kind of think about that while you're putting it in. So I don't know if I showed my reference photo yet to you. I'm going to show you real quick. This is my reference photo. So I took out all the other horses, so I'm making it my own picture, because you don't want to do somebody else's same thing. You want to change it, make it your own. Like, it's definitely not going to be the same photograph or same picture when I'm finished, for sure. Things will look different. Reloaded my brush. Some darker brown on there, just for the shadow work. Oh, hello. It would help if I put the camera on where my brush is, right? Sorry about that. But yes, so use your reference photo, just something to play off of. You're not going to make it exactly the same. You don't want it to be exactly the same. You want it to be yours. So enjoy making your own out of it. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to put a fern there, I think. Might put a little fern there too. Some of these are going to turn into rocks, and just and remember, paint the edge. Just gives it a finished touch, finished look about it. See, it's already starting to look like grass. Okay, we're going to work all the way across. Okay, we got the cover of the grass in, and I just want to show you something real quick. One more thing. I know it's crazy, but you know how the toning color that we have on the whole canvas, so we're using that to work with in our light areas, because I leave some of it. Can you see some here and then see some there? Kind of leave that color there, but you're just going over with a really light watered down color on your brush. I did put a little yellow ochre in with the green, and I'm just going tapping. This is a heavier green, just tapping in there like that. You're leaving those tones that you already have down, and you're just doing some cover. You're just covering it with grass. So I want that shadow to be there. But I want it to still have that undertone showing through. So it complements it. It gives it some depth. So just tap your brush around. Pull all that paint out of your brush. And don't stay in one spot. Move around. And leave some of that over here too. See, it looks like a highlight on the rocks and stuff. So I left some over here too. You can see the undertone shining through. It gives it a shadow. It's a little darker than it is right here. Put some greenery in there. I'm putting grass over their feet because you're not going to be able to see their feet anyway, so just cover that up. Got a little grass in front of his face because that's what he's doing. He's eating grass. So, of course, we'll go through there and paint, you know, but I think that looks good. And now I'm going to put a couple of ferns in there, decorate it up a little bit. I think that we're going to put a fern right here. So we'll put some longer grasses. The longer grass, we're going to turn our brush this way. I'll just show you real quick. I'm going to use a different color, but this is just the technique that we're going to use. See how that, oh, we got a piece of blade of grass. I'm going to go a little darker with it though. Go ahead and add some blue to that green. Why? Because it's in the shadow spot. It's behind the horse. A little blue in there. And just pull up. We got our brush sideways and we're pulling up. You can even tap your brush like that. Tap it. Makes it a little thicker. And then pull it up. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it's closer to us. So you are going to see some of those blades of grass. The closer you get, things are going to get more detailed. Flip it over. We got paint on the opposite side. See how that is? I'm not going to do any certain way or anything. I'm just reloading my brush. And you can go back through here with some highlighted color too. Some of that yellow ochre on your brush. And just do the same thing. See how it gives you blades of grass here and there? It looks a little too uniform for me, so I'm going to go through it with a lighter color. Add some of that yellow ochre to it. Doing the same technique. Same thing. Different directions. Doesn't have to be heavy, it's just a light color, light tone on there. Not everybody's the same height. Some of them might be bunched together a little bit. Thicker spots. See what I'm talking about? I hope you get this. I hope you understand it. I hope you're enjoying this video. I'm really enjoying this painting, so. I'll knock down some of those really bright ones. I want it to be soft. I want this painting to be a soft painting, so not too harsh. See, that gives us grass closer to us. to the grass. Put a little cashew on my brush. I don't know if you can see this here, but I just put in a line a little bit and then pull up. Gives you some new grass, new springy grass. Put in a line, pull up. Gives you a little lighter spot, put in a line and then just pull up. You don't have to do it everywhere, just little hits here and there. Line and pull up. Pulling up gives it blades of grass. And it's soft. I like the soft look. Turn it sideways, get thicker ones. You can go up, you can go down, however you want to do it. I'm working on this fern. Got a little cashew and dark green with a little tint of blue. I just want to show you, just go from the bottom. Wiggle, 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 boom. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I'm making a fern. Reload my brush. Wiggle, 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 boom. What do you think? Fern. And you can put some darker tones in it if you need to. Might do some dark ones in here. This will be the shadow side. A little bit darker. It's just an easy way to do ferns. Some little touches. But the wiggling just gets it all on there. Looks pretty neat, and then you can go back through and add your darker tones. Looks like a little fern in there. Okay, so I got the undertoning on the horses, all the shadows put in and everything, so now we're just going to build up from there. Layered, layered, layers. Almost got the horses finished. What do you think? Just doing a little bit of highlight work here and there, so. Just touching up on some of the horsies. Little pale face. Doing some highlights, and then I think I'm about done. Getting pretty close. This painting has been fun to do. I probably have about, I'm gonna say, maybe 6 hours in this one, so it's just about finished. Let me know what you think. Comment, like. I'm going to step back and look at it for a while, but I think it's about finished. So I went back in and did one more little touch of the white highlights on top and the edge of the horsey, the little tail, and then darkened the grass below his feet again. Same thing over here, a couple of white touches here and there, and then darkened the grass below his feet. Let me know what you think. Like, comment. I hope you enjoyed this. Follow. Hope you enjoy this. That's my little horsies. Horsies in the meadow.